Hey everybody! I just gonna film a quick video as apparently my memory space is getting kind of low as I notice. Um, I just gonna recount a conversation that I had with my sister on the way home, who has already early voted. Yay, go
But
sis!
first, what had happened was.
But see, what had happened was we had gone trick-or-treating last night, and okay, so we have a family that kind of adopted us into their own family. And unfortunately, they are giant Trump supporters. And
My head is not the family.
and so there was a big heated debate about Clinton and Trump, of course. And so Mama, as I call her, is so anti-Hillary that it is freaking unreal. I mean, she's yelling at me that Hillary goes and rips babies out of women. Yeah, because on all the free time that Hillary has, she goes from hospital to hospital just ripping babies out of women. You know, despite the fact that, I don't know, you probably know this, but despite the fact that in 2005, George Bush signed a law that said late-term abortions are illegal. Now, granted, I will give you this. Bill Clinton vetoed that bill twice when it passed through Congress while he was in office. Okay,
We
but
didn't have an exception for the mother's life. I think.
no, because there was no exception for the mother's life. If a mother's life is in danger, what would you rather, have a kid without its mother, or the mother to be healthy and possibly be able to have another baby? I mean, come on. Nobody's going and ripping babies out of people because they can.
And another case was the baby was. In fact, you can find the interview with this lady. I don't know how to reference this, so you can search for it. But this one lady went to a Catholic-ran hospital and was refused an abortion, even though the baby was dying inside of her. The baby was, by any reasonable measure, in extreme pain while inside her.
And let me just put it to you
And
this
they
way.
wouldn't do anything, even though they just said, you just got to wait for the baby to die.
And
It's
see,
inevitable, but we can't.
And when that happens, when that baby dies inside of you, it starts to release toxins that can get in the mother's bloodstream, thus causing the mother to get sick and die as well.
Yep.
Just so you know, for all you menses and all you retarded women who don't understand that.
Mostly just retarded men.
Yeah.
But apparently there are some very retarded women out there.
So in 2005, George Bush signed the law. Now, granted, I did do some research on it, and there were a few states, such as California, and I think there's a couple of New England states that actually overturned it because it did not grant exceptions for when the mother's life is in danger.
But overall, this isn't even a thing. Okay? This doesn't happen
No, it's not.
unless the mother's life is in danger, or unless it's a complicated situation where the baby's, dead, deformed, expecting a stillbirth.
So that was one of the topics we covered, and it blows my mind that everybody is making such a fuss about these emails. Hillary Clinton's generation is the generation that saw the dawning of the technology that we have. Okay, my own boss, who is right around Hillary Clinton's age, can't even scan a document to himself on her copy machine.
Right. I think it's cool that she knows what a cat GIF is. She's like, I couldn't just, deal with all the freaking just nonsense that these conspiracy theorists have been putting out. And she's like, so I basically just spent the week watching cat GIFs. She was watching funny cat GIFs all
So
week.
you're gonna get mad at a
She knows what
woman.
GIF is.
You're gonna get mad at a woman for not using an email properly. I can't even get my father to text message, but like once in a blue moon.
He's a general.
Oh, yeah, my dad's rank in the in U.S. military is the equivalent of a one-star general, and he has a hard time texting me. And y'all are gonna give her grief over emails? How about the fact that Donald Trump has a status conference hearing set for December 16th in the rape of a 13-year-old girl back in 1994? Yeah, you don't hear anybody on the media talking about it, but it's true. Google it. Google it. She tried to file charges against him previously. Him and another billionaire whose name I cannot freaking remember, but he has been a convicted pedophile. He is a convicted pedophile. And she has a witness. And there's a status conference hearing about this case because it got far enough to be heard by the New York judges in New York City.
And the beauty queen that Hillary brought up at the debate, I forget her name, but she's actually opening for Hillary Clinton's speech today in Florida, or opened for Hillary Clinton's speech today in Florida. And, you know, how we say everything Trump says is a lie, it's because everything Trump says is a lie. He had previously done comments on this woman. He knew exactly who this woman was. He knew exactly what the issue was. There's documented proof of this. Yet on the debate stage, he bullshitted you and pretended not to know what Hillary was talking about. She was talking about Miss Piggy, Donald.
All right, so I'm getting low on time, so I'm going to briefly run through the rest of the stuff my sister and I talked about. First of all, bankruptcy. I deal with bankruptcy court. I've said this on the last video that I made. He screwed people out of their hard-earned money, people who did work for him, the construction workers who have families to take care of. When you are discharged from a bankruptcy, that means that the court has decided that you no longer have to pay these people.
And he's got a fraud trial scheduled for December.
He filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which is what you do when you have a business, 4 times. Not because he had to, but because the law was there and he could get out of paying these people.
He's even currently trying to get out of paying people who helped him in the campaign.
But this is the guy who you guys want to run our country? The guy who can't even take somebody talking shit about him? What do you think he would do in Obama's shoes right now with the way that the Philippine president is talking shit about Obama? He'd hit that fucking nuke button in a heartbeat and there would be no more Philippines. This is the guy who you want running the country?
He would probably try to land special forces and establish a coup in the Philippines. And that would not go well, because that is a very disorganized, and, you know, it's a bunch of little islands. So if you take over the capital, everybody's going to say, we don't give a fuck. Yeah.
So, anyway...
Just saying.
Look at the facts. That's all you got to do. Trump has never been a politician. He's a corrupt businessman. I'm not saying that Clinton is the best politician in the world, but she has experience. She has thick skin.
I'll say it. Hillary Clinton is a CIA badass, okay? And if you don't know what that means, the CIA does not take job applications in most cases. They recruit people who have proven track records of integrity and patriotism. And when Hillary's talking about rigging elections in Palestine, for instance, that's to protect our national interest. And she was talking about rigging election against a terrorist organization called Hamas.
So early voting ended today. It ended 15 minutes ago here in the South. Look at the facts before you go out and vote, people. That's all I can say. Like and subscribe. Share this video.